Hello students, good morning. Now we are switching over to the new topic, cyber safety. Actually, already we have completed the one main topic, conditional and iterative statements in Python. That is very important chapter. While we are seeing this chapter side by side, you have to be thorough with that chapter. So only I am switching over to the new topic, cyber safety. Okay, so in between we are having some of the chapters are available in that Python. Later we'll see that. Clear? Okay. So now what is meant by cyber safety? Nowadays we are using the internet. During this lockdown period, we are attending the classes through online only. We are searching anything, whatever we want, we are using the net only, internet only. So you have to use the system properly, you have to use the net properly. For that, the cyber safety is very important. This is actually the safe and responsible use of information and communication technology. Okay, actually what is that? It is refers to the safe and responsible use of internet, because while we are surfing the net, we are giving some personal information. Suppose if you are creating a new login, means you are giving some personal information, you are giving your name and then your date of birth and then your phone number, and then whichever you are entering into the website, it is asking your email id. Suppose if you are going and searching in any web page, if you want to see that information, very first you have to give it to your email id, like that it is asking. So in each and every place, whenever we are surfing in the internet, it is asking our details. So we should be safe and responsible. Okay, so that we can call it as the cyber safety. We should be responsible for that because we are giving the personal information, no? So only. Okay. Actually, nowadays we are having more threats available while we are surfing the web or browsing the web. In this chapter, we are going to see what are all the possible dangers, how we have to avoid this, how we have to virtually conduct ourselves while browsing the web, how we have to behave while we are surfing the web, that we are going to see here. Okay, so whatever we are posting, whatever we are seeing in the web, it is visible to public only. So we should be very caution while we are posting anything. I think already you are having the ID in Facebook, Twitter, and then Instagram, like that. So wherever, whatever it may be, the social website, social pages, you have, if you are posting any information that is visible to others, that is visible to public. So for that we have to follow some set of rules. Then only we'll be safe. Okay. See, actually, when we are surfing the internet, we are using the social media, that Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, like that. And whenever we are purchasing anything, nowadays we are purchasing through online only. And if you want to exchange any information, if you are sending any information from one person to another person, we are using the internet. And then if any person is doing business, means all they are using, giving the private data while they are doing business online. Okay, so anyhow, if you are sending anything to through online, means in some place we have to trust them, because some places we have to give our Aadhaar number, we have to give the our account number, bank account number. In that places and all, anyhow we have to give. Otherwise, we cannot able to use the online transactions. Okay, so these informations can be used for harmful reason like hacking or stacking and identity fraud, like that. So what is meant by hacking? Unauthorized use of the net. Suppose in my system, in some other persons without my knowledge, they are stealing my data. Like that, if they are doing that, we can call it as a hacking only. Stacking means we are giving comments about other persons, that if you are posting anything, somebody's are giving comments, like that. Okay, so identity fraud is nothing but when personal details that have been accessed or stolen are used to commit fraudulent acts. Someone giving any wrong comments. If you are posting anything, we may get the good comment or bad comment, whatever it may be. So that only we should be very caution while we are posting anything. Okay. So what is the solution of that identity fraud? So one of the common solution is private browsing or anonymous browsing. So what is private browsing or anonymous browsing? Actually, mm, it allows the user to view the website without revealing any personal information. Actually, in each and every system connected in the web or connected in the net, each and every system having the IP address. Okay. And through the IP address only, they are stealing the information. Some persons, they are stealing the information through the IP address only. But if you are browsing in private browsing or anonymous browsing, they cannot able to get the details of that IP address, machine type and machine location. They cannot able to get through that browsing. Okay. So an anonymous browsers let users access the website anonymously. So it can be as a tool for government companies, journalists, and everyday security conscious surfers. They have to use the anonymous browsers only. Otherwise, normally, simply if we are using normal browsing is enough. We are using Google Chrome or Mozilla Firefox or Internet Explorer, whatever it may be the browser, we are browsing that one. So apart from that, if you want to browse securely, means we have to go to the anonymous browsing. Okay. See, actually, what is the meant by that anonymous browsing, private browsing or anonymous browsing? Actually, we have to go to the anonymous browsing by using the Control Shift N. You should not press A plus. For combined together, you have to use Control Shift N. It will go to the incognito mode. So this incognito mode browsing, actually this is the incognito mode. See here, while we are going to the incognito mode, the screen will like this only. As usual, in the address bar, you have to type the website address, everything. Okay. So through this, it opens the browser that will not track your activity. It is particularly useful if you are entering the sensitive data like the bank details into the browser. It can minimize the risk of our information being saved to the computer. Clear? So that is one of the private browsing or through the incognito mode. If you are doing anything, it will be safe. Okay. Then another one is the proxy. Actually, proxy is nothing but it is act as a middleman between the computer and the website you want to access. Now we are having now the tracking website will get the IP address and the information that belongs to the proxy site. Actually, it is effectively getting the same content from other source without getting to know your browsing details. The same content you are having. So through that also we can browse that. Then another one important one is VPN, virtual private network. Actually, this is the method to add the security and privacy to private and public networks like Wi-Fi, hotspot and internet. Already you know what is meant by Wi-Fi. Nowadays we are using Wi-Fi hotspot and internet also. This is often used by the corporation to protect sensitive data. Actually, this VPN originally meant for business employees working offsite to gain the access to shared data. Well, we are sharing that nowadays in all the browsers and all, it will be inbuilt only. VPN and all, virtual private network and all inbuilt only. This is one of the method for the secured browsing. Okay. Then confidentiality of information. The same thing only again repeating. So if you are going to visit any sites or if you are going to purchase anything, if you are going to post any message on the social media, it will be visible to the public peoples only. In the same manner, if you are doing any bank transaction, everything. So you have to keep this information confidential while we are using. So for that, what you have to follow? What are all the practices you have to follow to ensure the confidentiality of your information? First one is you have to use the firewall. Nowadays in all OS inbuilt we are having the firewall will be inbuiltly pre-installed. Firewall is nothing but it is one of the program or hardware that monitors all the communication and traps all the packets. Whatever, that means whatever it is moving. So this is one of the main thing you have to follow. You have to use the firewall. So you have to check whether in your system you are having the firewall installed or not. So it will unnecessary incoming and outgoing communication will be trapped over here. And second one is control browser setting to block tracking. So for that we are having the settings, call it as in Chrome. If you are using Chrome, means in Chrome you have to open the settings. There you are having the privacy and security. In that you are having content settings. In that you are having cookies that will be enabled. So you have to block the third party cookie. Actually what is meant by cookie? Cookies are nothing but the small text file in your computer storing small piece of information related to your online habits. It will store wherever you are going, that will be stored as a small text file. So in cookies, we are having first party cookie, third party cookie, super cookies, like that we are having different cookies available. In first party cookies, it will store your login ID, password, and automatically filling in the information or coming. No. See, one time if you are going and entering into a particular website, you are giving the login ID and password. After that, when it will ask if you want to save for future use, like that it will ask. If you are giving that save that in option, after that whenever you are entering in that, automatically that login id and password will come automatically. That will be saved. No, that we can call it as a first party cookie. But in third party cookie, so wherever you are browsing, wherever you are searching in history, all those things will be available in the third party cookie. Okay, so super cookies are nothing but in these cookies, actually this is the persistent cookie. They come back even after you delete them. After deleting also we can recover. That we can call it as a super cookies. So you for safe browsing we can enable the we can enable the third party cookie. Okay, so it will be whatever actually sorry, we should not enable. It will be already enabled. You have to block the third party cookie. Clear? Okay. So because while we are tracking, each and everything will be tracked over. No. So using that cookies we can do that one. This is another one method. And then you browse privately. Now only I explained about incognito mode. Using that incognito mode, that only we can call it as private browsing. We can use that. And then another one thing, we must be very careful while posting on the internet. Okay, that I told. If you are working in social media like Instagram or Facebook, or if you are using any chats and all, everything will be it is visible to the public only. Okay, so you should never post the crucial information like your personal details, your photos, then credit card details or anything in chat box and all. You should not post that one. That is very important. Okay, then ensure safe sites while entering the crucial information. So for that, actually, while we are doing the bank transactions and all, anyhow, now if you want to send any information or any amount to somebody else, immediately I have to send. I cannot able to go to the bank and all. In that case, we are doing the online transaction, online banking facilities. In that case, while we are entering into that particular website, actually you have to use that HTTPS mode instead of using HTTP. HTTP means what? Hypertext Transfer Protocol. HTTP means it is website in secured mode, secure socket layer. Okay, see like this. Now it is the ICICI Bank that page where here, see here, closed lock path. This is secure connection. See here, instead of HTTP, I have given here as HTTPS. This is the secure connection. This is also one of the method. While we are typing the address, you have to use HTTPS. Then another one thing, you have to carefully handle the email. Because so many mails are nowadays coming, you have to ensure that whether the known person is sending that email, means you have to open and then see. If it is coming from unknown person, means you should not open that mail. It may be Actually, it may lead to a fraudulent site or trap for you, or it may be a Trojan also. We are having Trojan is nothing but it is one of the harmful thing that affects your system. Okay, so that is also while we are handling email also, you should be careful, and you have to avoid using the public computer. If you are going to do any online bank transactions and all, you should not do in that public computers, in any browsing centers and all. You have to be do your work in your laptop, in your home system, desktop computers. Suppose if it is urgency means, what you have to do, you have to browse privately. That means you have to work in incognito mode. You should not save your login information. Avoid entering the sensitive information. Don't leave the computer unattended with sensitive information. Disable the features that stores the passwords. Properly log out before leaving the computer. Erase the history and traces of your work. Clear history and clear cookies. Okay. So, and look, any other devices are connected to the computer. These are all the things you have to be very careful. Okay. So, these are all the practices you have to follow to ensure the confidentiality of information. Clear. So, the next topic we'll see in the next video. Thank you.